is Patrick from Radicards, and I am at the Veterans Memorial Building in Culver City, California. It is October 5th, 2013, and I'm here to attend the Sports Collectors Convention in Southern California. It's a one-day event, and it's a pretty nice spread we have here. Very nice venue. I've never been here before, but let's see what we can find. I'm here with Brandon Grunbaum. Is that right? He is the author of The History of Baseball, Official American League Baseball Guide. We have here the National League Guide, and he's got an American League Guide as well. It encompasses history on all the different types of baseballs, right?
Yeah, it's basically every baseball ever used in professional games since 1876 to 1999 when they went to the Major League Baseball. So it's the most comprehensive and pretty much the only guide ever made that has every ball pictured and the details there. So some of these balls are so rare that only 2 or 3 are known to exist, and one in particular, just one known to exist that I've ever seen. So,
and how do you know this is the complete guide?
I've been researching it for about 5 years. I've been out to the Hall of Fame. I've conducted many interviews and just putting the pieces together over the past 5 years. So,
wow.
Basically, with these guides, you get all the knowledge I have put together in about 20 minutes of looking through them. So,
wow,
it's a pretty valuable piece, actually, and especially if you're obviously into baseballs or even into just autograph memorabilia for dating your own collections or something your parents might have.
Sure. Really impressive.
Thank you.
Thank you, Brandon. I appreciate that. Alright, so I just got finished with that show, and I wanted to share with you what I purchased today. Now, a couple of things. I came to the show and realized very quickly that the inventory for really high-grade vintage cards here is very dense, very amazing inventory of rare, anywhere from like 1880s up to early 1970s. Just really amazing stuff. Fortunately, it's way out of my budget at this time, so I focused on things that I could acquire that fit more my price range. Always looking for Frank Thomas cards, as you know, and still looking for 90s baseball inserts. I did pick up some of those. We'll go through those here in a minute. I also picked up some really cool other things too as well I'm really proud of, so let's get to it. So first and foremost, what I did is I went through the whole showroom and looked at all the dealers' inventories and kind of get a ballpark for what I want to tackle, just so I'm not finding one thing at the first dealer's place, spending all my money, and then finding something else later on down the show, and then not having any money for that second opportunity. So once I made my rounds, I went back through and took a closer look at inventory and made purchases accordingly. I did find one guy that had Frank Thomas cards, and I bought everything he had. A little stack of cards here, just this little guy here. I have them all, but I figured for the price point, it made sense to just acquire the rest, everything he had. Kind of cool stuff. Obviously, it's just some classic 92 Bowman, 94 Upper Deck Electric Diamond, 92 Topps Gold, 92 of these. I got 96 Pinnacle Starburst. These are really cool. I really like these a lot. This is actually one of my favorite Frank Thomas cards. A really good picture of him. The artist proof version of this has artist proof written in the background here, which I've always liked. I've sort of started a small collection of doubles of those. So I got 2 of those. This is cool. This one's 96 Emotion Intense. I really like this set a lot. I like the die cut here. You'll see that there's like a white background. It's kind of cool. It's definitely I think classic 90s design. I also picked up this would be 95 SP, Upper Deck SP. Well, there's an error version of this card, and he had 2 of the silver ones, 2 of the silver errors, and 1 of the base errors, and then he had just a regular silver. Now, you're probably asking yourself, well, what is the error on this card? Well, let's go through it here. So this is error silver and a regular one. So basically, it's the way the stats line up on the bottom here. I don't know if you can see it, but you can see the difference there. Anyway, the stats on the error don't quite line up with the totals columns, and that's the error. They're printed in abundance, but not nearly as in abundance as the regular cards. But kind of cool to have. I remember chasing those in the 90s. Those were fun to acquire. This one's pretty cool. We get a 98 Ultra Fall Classics. It's a cool, just kind of shiny thing. 95 Fleer Lumber Company. Love it. I love this design. This is so cool. This is the, this is 95? Yeah, 95 Summit. 95 Score Summit in the nth degree. Look how sparkly that is. Isn't that fun? I'm a fan. Huge fan. 96 Select Team Nucleus. 93, I got 2 of these, 93 Leaf slideshows. Now these are really cool. I remember in 93 opening packs of this stuff and wanting to get this card just because, as you can see, it's one of those cards that you can see through the light there. It's a slide, so just a great design and something that I would like to see reincorporated in modest quantities in modern products. This one is 95 Bowman's Best Refractor. This is the dual card with Ruben Rivera, which Ruben Rivera, and 95 Select Big Sticks. Got another one of those. Those are fun. 96 Studio Hit Parade. It's kind of cool. 5,000 of those printed. Love this. 97 Pinnacle Totally Certified Red. Now this is the base card. There's a blue and a gold. I mean, if you collected the 97, you're aware of the gold. The red is numbered to $39.99. The blue numbered to $19.99, and there are 30 golds. The golds are extremely rare. I got 2 of these 93 SPs. Another Bowman 92. And a 95 Gold Rush Frank Thomas. Now there's a funny story about this, that there's a Pinnacle stamped punch version of this card that I actually bought from a fellow collector friend of mine in June, and the card got lost in the mail and really devastating. I never got that card. It's extremely rare. Anywho, 93 Ultra All-Stars. This is fun. This is the 95 Collector's Choice You Make the Play gold signature. I really like this card a lot because of the gold signature on the bottom. It's fun. 96 Studio bronze press proof. These are numbered to 2,000. There's a gold press proof numbered to 500, and then there's a silver press proof numbered to 100. The silver is only a retail example, very difficult to acquire. This is probably my 3rd or 4th copy of this one. I really like these press proofs. Now I have all these cards. These are just going to go in my doubles box, but I really like these cards, so good to sort of archive them. All I could really find here in the showroom. Actually, you know what? I think there is one more card here that I got from another dealer. This is the 2001 MVP, Upper Deck MVP drawing power. So that'll go in the doubles box as well. So I'm pretty sure I have that. This other things that I got were kind of interesting. We'll set this one aside for now. This is a, I remember pulling the Todd Walker of this in '98 Ultra. This is the kid gloves of Chipper Jones. It's got like an embossed thing on it. It's really cool. Got the sort of glove in the background. I really like this design a lot. I like that you can feel the embossed coming out of the card. It's kind of like reminiscent of a 97 Finest embossed or embossed refractors. Very, very cool looking card. This is a 2000 Metal Universe Emerald Sammy Sosa. Not very rare, but during a time when metal was in existence and it was owned by Skybox, I've always liked that design. Always liked the '90s stuff that they did. And '96 Summit Big Bang Mirage Garrett Anderson. Now there's a non-Mirage version of this. As you can see, this has the baseball in the background. There's a non-Mirage version of this that's got like kind of a rainbowy finish, more like a refractor finish to it. Also numbered to 600, as is this one. They should. It's funny that they did this. They numbered both of them to 600 when they had a good opportunity here to number one of them at lesser quantities than 600 to be more scarce than the other. I think that the Mirage could have been that one that was of lesser quantity, but oh well. I like this design here. It's very unique. These are pretty cool. I got the '95 Studio Platinum and a gold. They look like credit cards. I really like this design because of the credit card concept. You can actually feel the numbers coming out of the card like a credit card. Even on the back, they have a swipe strip here, which is really neat. So there's the gold version, and then there's the platinum version. Those are pretty cool. And there's the base card that doesn't look like it looks like a credit card, but it's not made out of plastic. It's made out of cardboard. So got those. Those are really cool. This is something I've never seen before. '95 Collector's Choice. This is a Marcus Gruesome, but this is a mail. It says mail in for update cards 553 through 563, which means that those 10 cards, or actually those 11, were redemption cards, and I'm not sure why. So I'm gonna look into this and see why this was a redeemed redemption program. It says send this card along with $2 check to this particular address to get your cards, an 11 card set. So it's kind of cool. Never seen it. Had to have it. This is a 1989 Little Sun minor league card of Ryan Klesko. He didn't debut to the majors until '91, so this is obviously a minor league card. Looks like a little baby there, doesn't he? Little kid. You got a 82 Topps stickers, a Ricky Henderson, great red border. Love the condition on this card. This would be great grade. I think it's a little diamond cut on the top, or it's miscut on the top, but I still think it has a chance of grading pretty strongly. I'm not sure if that would be a 10 because of the cut. Really young picture of Mr. Henderson there. Great shot of him. Now this last card here in this pile, which is kind of something I've never seen before, but it's unscratched. It's one of those sort of redemption program, almost chance programs, like you scratch off, kind of like those scratch off casino gamblers you get at 7-Elevens. Well, this is kind of like that. I don't know the stipulations or the background of this program at all, but I like the card concept and the design here. The blue border and the white and the baseball image there with the scratch off, they're still fully intact. I really like that a lot. The back of this card is densely populated with very small print font, and it's going to take me a while to get through it, so I'm not going to read through the whole thing, but kind of a cool concept, kind of a cool card. I got 4 packs. I was originally going to buy just 2 packs of these, but they got through in 2 extra 2 for another 50 cents. And hey, 50 cents, why not? These, oops, upside down, are there they are. So these are the 1995 Upper Deck Denny's holograms. You buy a Grand Slam breakfast at Denny's and you get a pack of cards. So in these pack of cards, you get holograms of star players like Frank Thomas, Griffey, Ripken, and things like that. These are really cool. As I said, I originally intended just to buy 2, but I have 4 here, so I'm probably going to open them and review them on the blog at some point. I've got a lot of unopened packs that I've got to go through, but this would be nice to add to the collection. Let's see what else I got here. I got a 99 Pacific Gold Crown die cuts Ramondesi. It's a really cool design too. I like the die cut on the top here. Very condition sensitive card. 94 Electric Diamond, Upper Deck Electric Diamond Ramondesi. The reason why I bought this is because the back of it is silver. Now, you'll notice here that I have a Thomas that I had showcased earlier, right? Same card, same thing, 94 Upper Deck Collectors, Upper Deck Electric Diamond, pardon me. Well, the Thomas has a back that's gold, while the Medesi's is a silver. Now, it's my understanding, okay, don't quote me on this, can't back this up with any degree of certainty just yet, but I believe that there's a silver version of every player that had an Electric Diamond parallel, which means every card in the set. I think that the silvers are scarcer because I just don't see them as often. I'm still on the lookout for a Thomas. I might have them in my doubles box at my mom's place, so next time I go back home, I'll see if I have the silver version, but in the meantime, just keep looking out for it. I got it's really cool in here. 1998 Metal Universal Language, Hideo Nomo. I really like this card. I like that it's made out of, obviously it's cardboard, but it sort of mimics almost a construction paper matte finish, or is it matte finish, sort of the die cut sharpening of the top and bottom, the points, the gold text. Just a classy looking card. Even the background, you can see that there's kind of like a map of the world, but then there's the baseball lines, the baseball threads that go over to make it look like a baseball. I've always respected this set. It's very low value, but it's the beauty by design. I'm collecting in very, very low grade, PSA 0, PSA 1, raw, hammered, fully intact examples of the 1909 and 1911 T206 set. Just 524 cards, but in Beckett there are 527 cards, so it's somewhere between there. There are quite a few, but this card is actually a reprint of the Eddie Plank, and the original is worth quite a bit of money, which is why I'm happy to have just a reprint in the set for now. If at some point down the line I can finance an original, and I'll have that discussion with myself at that time. But for now, this is a good filler. Now, the reason why this card is so valuable, to my understanding, what I've read, and I don't know this with any degree of certainty, is that the reason why this card is so valuable is that it's thought that the printing plate was broken in the printing process, and only a few got out, like 50 or 60, which is what makes this card so valuable in its original state. So, good reprint for the set. Oh, by the way, the progress at this time, I think I'm like 4 in, so I have a long way to go. I'm in no rush to complete the set at all. Something I plan on doing for the rest of my life, just for fun. But that'd be nice. There are 2 other cards, a Joe Doyle and McGee reprint I wouldn't mind having for the set. I already have the Wagner reprint. So, at any rate, let's continue. This is really cool. I got a Jim Palmer 1966 Topps rookie card, signed. It's not authenticated yet, but I plan to send it in and get it authenticated. This would be a really nice addition to my rookie cards collection that I'm building. It's doing a lot of like
Oscar, did you post
PSA
a picture
10s
of the last show on your blog? Did you post it last night or today?
Baseball rookies. I know this won't grade a PSA 10, but I think this will. I really don't care what the grade is, to be honest. I like it because it's autographed by the Jim Palmer.
It was back right after the show, like maybe that night or
You
the
still have a
next
picture
day.
of us last night.
So these are kind of unique. These are Dad's Root Beer advertisement coupons from the 60s or 70s. I don't quite know, but these are in great shape, and they have the black border. So I'm thinking that I will send these in to get graded. I probably PSA. I hope they'll grade them. I think this would be a really nice addition to the collection. Not baseball related, but I really like that they're vintage looking. They got the mad looking face. It reminds me of the mad face up here. Kind of the same sort of caricature sort of design, but kind of fun. This last piece, I really love this last piece. I was going through one dealer's inventory and I found this and I was like, well, what is this? And he told me it's in 1995, Emotion did a series on Cal Ripken, an 18 card series I believe it was, where you could pull cards 1 through 14 I think it was out of packs, and then 15 through 18, or was it 1 through 15 out of packs and then 16 through 18 you had to mail in for through redemption. Well, these are those last three, I believe 3 cards in the set, which would be 16 through 18. Unopened still. I think it's unopened. I believe it's unopened. But anyway, it's the last 3 cards in the set in an unopened form, which is extremely rare. So I picked this up because of its uniqueness. And I really feel like Cal Ripken was one of those guys that's kind of helped bring baseball, keep baseball alive, bring it back to life after the strike, which I think really hurt the morale in America, because baseball is such a part of us, and it's so ingrained into the American fabric. It's really important that we keep it going. So I'm really happy to find this because it reminds me of the strike and the 2-1, 3-1 consecutive games that Cal Ripken achieved in baseball in 95. So it was a really important milestone for baseball. So anyway, that's what I got today. I hope that you enjoyed my documentary of today's show. As you can see, it's still active. People are still buying, still at the show here. So anyway, thanks again. Enjoy collecting, and I look forward to communicating with you on Radicards and on the Radithreads forum. So enjoy collecting. Thank you very much.